Hello, my name's Chris Stephen and I'm a comedian from Aberdeen. This is a short showreel showcasing some of the gags I've done over the past 2 years in the comedy field, plus maybe a couple of sketches from my recent show called G&T Comedy, which performs in Drummond's at the start of every month. Being ginger has its difficulties. You get all these articles in newspapers about famous people with red hair, but they're always famous females. I mean, they sort of cite examples like Nicole Kidman, who's won an Oscar, and the woman from Girls Aloud, and Paloma Faith, that's a new one. But if you're a ginger bloke, who have you got to look up to as a sort of role model for male gingerness? And I had to think about it, and well, you've got Paul Scholes, and you've got Chris Evans, obviously, and like the real top of the heaps, Mick Hucknall. Anyone been in an airport recently? Well, of course not, but I don't really like travelling through airports at the best of times. I went to the USA and I got really, stopped and frisked by these border guards, and the USA take border control extremely seriously. You've got a huge man with all these medals pinned on his chest, and he stops you and asks you questions from a clipboard. And, he takes his job very, very seriously. The first question he asked me, not a word of a lie, was, "Sir, did you come to the US in order to plan any criminal activity?" You've got to really ask how many criminals they're catching with that. I mean, did people get stopped and go, yes, I am. Oh, bollocks, no. This is another question they asked, and I looked pretty much like I do now when I went to, and they asked me, "Sir, I have to ask you, have you been involved in any Nazi-related propaganda between the years of 1939 and 1945? I've been accused of many things, but not looking 80 years old. I'm happy to say I've been performing in Aberdeen for the past 2 years, and I've done a couple of Edinburgh Fringe gigs. It's been really great. I've moved into producing recently, and I've sort of picked the cream of the crop, as it were, the sort of top comedians in Aberdeen to do shows for me. I got recognised. No, seriously, I did. I was walking down Aberdeen High Street, and these two women come up to me and said, "Can we get our photo taken with you?" I'm like, "Well, yeah." So their mate takes the photo, and I've got one of them draped on each shoulder, like the James Bond movie, and then she crosses over to me, turns to her friend and says, "He really does look like Bradley from EastEnders, doesn't he?" People can be very cruel these days. My sister's a PE teacher, and she administrates the standard grade exam, and this is a genuine reply to one of the questions that was set. This is a standard grade PE exam, remember. The question is, choose any directly competitive activity and explain how your actions affected what your opponent was doing. And the response? "Football. I was playing for a local team and I was defending in a cup semi-final. Everywhere the striker went, I went, so he got angry and punched me, so I battered him." Being a comic means you have to take your job seriously. Although it's all fun and games, you've got to remember that every show requires intense preparation, and I'm glad to say that I always put every effort I get into making sure I'm on time, I'm punctual, and I know what I'm doing. "3D entertainment's really popular these days, isn't it? I mean, I went to see Avatar and I thought it was great, but it really loses something if you actually buy the DVD of it. From the makers of Terminator comes basically Pocahontas in space." I saw Lady Gaga give away 3D glasses with her latest album. I mean, Watching live music's bad enough without having to dodge a hard-on getting in your way. Britain's Got Talent's back on, yay! You may mock, but I think that's a really great show, and I like nothing more than sitting in on Saturday night watching it, and mainly because I like looking at weirdos. Because it's funny just watching all these people that think they're really, really talented, and you just go, you're a loser! And then you hear the voice in the back of your head, Chris, it's Saturday night, and you're in your pants watching Doritos in front of the TV. Who's the bigger loser? Well, that's it. Thank you for watching my little showreel. I'm doing gigs in Cafe Drummond's, 1 Belmont Street, Aberdeen, on the first Thursday of every month. They start around 8 PM, so please come and watch that, and hopefully I'll see some of you soon. Thank you. Goodbye.